Hello, James Mandolare YouTube watchers. Thank you so much for clicking on another one of my videos. This is our last video for this series of Sid Meier's Civilization VI Gathering Storm by Firaxis Games. We're playing as Julius Caesar, the historical Caesar, and we are closing in on an unexpected but not unwelcome cultural victory. Now, you know, all these many ages, all these generations, it is now 1685 AD. The world is moving into the modern era from the industrial age, and we are going to now launch ourselves into space with a mission to Mars. We're about to launch our Mars mission, but that will most likely be our last space mission. We will not be able to stay all the way to get the revealed future. I'll open up our tech tree just to show you. Alright, we are pre-programming here, allowing the tech tree to unfold itself. We have to get lasers, we have to get guidance systems, so that's 2 turns. 2 more turns here, that's 4 turns. And we have to get back here and get computers for another 6 turns. Then robotics for another 3 turns, so that's 9 turns. Right? First we got to get this, so that's 13 turns. Unrevealed for 4, that's 8 more, that's 21 turns. Right? Another 3 is 25 turns, and then finally another 3 for 28 turns. We'll get to the off-world mission that we need. And that's just too far to go, and we won't be able to do that because if we look at the win conditions, you can see we got 3 more turns for a cultural victory. Nobody can touch us. We are running away with a cultural victory. 3 turns. So let's siphon funds. Might as well get it done. We only got 3 turns left. We don't have time to gather sources. Alright, we're just going to go through the motions here, see what we can do. Again, these guys can hit this town. I guess we're on this guy, so let them go in and attack the city. What the hell, what do you got to lose? Once the game is over, it doesn't matter who wins, loses, who's got the capitals, who's got the science victory. It doesn't matter, right? Because the game's over. Once you win, you know. Kind of makes sense, right? Okay, this Barb Camp wants to get all huffy with their big guy. This guy's still trying to catch up. He's got 1 more turn to do it. Alright, this guy's going to go up here and get that goody hut. Hopefully get that goody hut before the game ends. Well, here's all the niter I was telling you about up here. Be a nice place to settle, actually. Alright, we got another unit that needs orders. Okay, that's our guy. We're going to come over here. As we close in on this nice guy, we want to make sure we get all our pillages done. We did all our pillaging there. Okay, Arthur's going to run over here, and this guy's going to come over eventually, and that guy too. Going to get there eventually. Alright, we're making a railroad track to the east. And we came back here to see if we needed to make a railroad track to the east there, but we don't. So we're going to make it there. And on to the next turn. Now here we come with our launch. That's going to be fun. Here it is. Going to happen in this turn. Sit back and watch it happen. That poor guy's getting slammed, and he doesn't have any more pillages out there, I don't think. My boys, they always hit the most vulnerable ones, don't they? We have launched the Mars colony, the space race project which establishes a small human base on the surface of Mars. Marks the 3rd step toward a science victory. Nice. Isn't that fun? And here's our +4 error score. An engineer watches a rocket thunder from the launch pad, carrying the colonists to a new life. This is really happening, she says. We're going to Mars. Excellent. We're going to Mars. Okay. Now, 2 more turns, and we will be victorious. And then we got time to go through our maps and go through our graphs and stuff. It's really fun. The end game's fun. Alright, we got so much production up here. It's a library in 1 turn. Okay, let's do that. We're just going through the motions. Gonna get a granary out here. I don't know if it needs a granary. Don't care. Granary. Yeah, let's just hit the granaries here for everybody. Geneva. What did you just do? Offshore terminal. Okay, you're the only one who's got that. 7 amenities. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Alright, commercial hub it is then. +3, +3, +4 right here. Let's go with that. And +4. Commercial hub. Mercy on me. We're going to go for a commercial hub. +1. Okay. Doesn't matter. We got 2 turns left. And we're done. So it doesn't matter what we're doing here. Fishing dock. Okay. Shrine repair. Okay. Just carrying out the motion. Okay, we're coming in here. Coming in hot. Should we pillage? Can we pillage? Alright, he's just running around like a nut. How about this guy? Can pillage. This guy's coming down here. Okay, this guy can also pillage. I don't know why we're bothering to do all this, because we just got to take over the Gauls, and we're good. Maybe I'll just go in there and take over the Gauls and see them die. As we only got a couple turns left. We could pillage. A lot of pillages there, but... Ooh.
The worth of a culture is not measured by its accomplishments, but in how those accomplishments last, and how they are remembered. The beauty that you have inspired our people to create will ensure that our culture stands for all time.
Alright, there is our victory, ladies and gentlemen. We have gone, we have seen, and we have conquered. Isn't that great? And we got a cameo from the great Sean Bean in the end there. Isn't that great? I hope that that sounds good. I'm not sure what it would sound like, but I hope that sounded good. It sounded good to me, but it might have been a little echoey. Not sure. But the fact remains, we have won a cultural victory. Now we can look at some things here that are fun. One is the ranking. How did we do? We ranked as Abraham Lincoln. Leave nothing for tomorrow, which can be done today. So we had our overall game score was 2,131, which pretty good. Number 3. That's good. Okay. Now, want to look at the graphs. Okay, here we go. What about results? What's results? Oh, that's our result. Cultural victory. Roman Empire. Haven't had too many cultural victories, and if I have, it's pretty much been by mistake. Now, apparently, we're the red line here that went skyrocketing up through the roof for this graph. Buildings constructed. We constructed a lot of buildings and wonders and stuff. Here's the whole list. Cities captured. We captured a lot of cities. Yep, that's how we did it. Cities founded. Yeah, we founded more cities than anybody else. They not just conquered them, but we settled more cities than anyone else in this. Cities lost. This red Philip II here of Spain lost all his cities to me. And so did the Gauls. See how that went and skyrocketed? Okay, we took out the Gauls, and that gave us our win. Districts constructed. Yep, we constructed more districts than anyone else. Great people earned. We earned all the great people. Number of combats. I mean, we fought the whole game. We fought the war the whole game. We never stopped fighting the war. Here's culture, and it just kind of zoomed, especially that last turn, right? Zoom. We took out the Gauls, and that gave us the culture boost. Possibly because of the Grandmaster's Hall or whatever it was. You get a boost to your cities in production whenever you take a city. That may have given us our culture win. Lots of error score. Okay. And this is just fun. There's faith. Now look at that jumping faith for the Dido. Dido was not harassed by me the whole game. Neither was Egypt. But we still prevailed. So we won the cultural victory. Couldn't win that. The only other threat to us was a religious victory, but couldn't do it. I pretty much spent my gold as I got it. But man, I got a lot of gold right here. I don't know why. All this taking cities, I guess. Taking over Spain. Every time you take a city, I got gold. Player science went right up through the roof. It was a little iffy all throughout here, as it always is, right? Way behind the Gauls, right? Man, I kept trying to catch up to the Gauls. I finally did here. And then it was still touch and go, you know? And then finally, it took off. Right through the roof. 700 science or something like that. And, you know, again, I'm not bragging. I know it was an easy difficulty level. King is not difficult for me. But I wanted to have a nice game where I kind of didn't run away with it too fast, but still made sure I won, you know. There's my score going up, the same trajectory. The graphs are all showing the same trajectory. Once you get above the rest of the crowd, you can skyrocket. Why? The human brain can synergize along many different strategies to reach a single goal. And I think that's the edge over the AI. At first, the bonuses of the AI puts it ahead of us, but the human mind can strategize along many different lines toward the goal. And that's what we did. We used the government policies. We used making campuses and libraries, universities and research centers. We tried to get great scientists. We made a lot of buildings that gave us science, a lot of wonders that gave us science. All these different synergies of strategies worked toward giving us a huge win at the end. And even on the higher difficulties, even on Emperor difficulties, same thing. It's the same basic thing. Sometimes it takes me over 300 turns to play this way. Sometimes it get around 200 turns. You know, it all depends on the civilization. Each civilization plays the game a little bit differently. That's another plus, because you pay for this game, but it never gets boring. It's always fun to play. I played Julius Caesar, was trying to do this playthrough like 13 times, and every game was different. And we finally got to a win, so now I can go back and watch the whole thing. City's destroyed. I guess Gorgo was the only one that had a city destroyed. Was that? I did destroy the Vatican. Maybe that's what it is. The Vatican City was destroyed. The only one in the game. That's probably what it is. Okay. Great. All right, city's destroyed. What else we got? Governor titles. Okay, we got more governor titles than anybody else. Okay. Total governors. Some of these religions always comes out like that. They always look the same. Units killed. Look at how many units I lost in the end. I lost some units. Or is that means units lost? Or no, it's units I've killed. I killed a lot of units. Units lost, not so many. No, I lost a few, though. That's me right there. Okay, that's the graphs. That's always fun. Ranking was fun. There's Julius Caesar one more time. Here's our results of victory. Go back one more turn. Such power. Perhaps I underestimated you before. Now, in defeat, I will give you the respect you are due. I'll parade you through the streets. A great triumph for Julius Caesar. And at the end, we'll tie a rope around your neck and, with a mechanical device, strangle you to death, throw you on a heap. Your followers will find you, give you a burial with all the rights and privileges deserved by you, according to your culture, and you'll go to Valhalla or the great fields of the goddess or whatever it is you go to, and be held in great honor, but got a tough ending. And I'm really sorry about that. In fact, I will paint my face red and bow my head ever so slowly at your demise, in respect for a worthy adversary. And that's the best I can do for you. I'm Roman, so we got to do the triumph thing, sorry. But yeah, that was a good game, and we finally wiped you out in the end. Thank you. Now, this doesn't matter. We could go on to get the science victory still. If we wanted to, see if we could do that. We could, but we won't. We're done. I just wanted to take one more look. We've achieved our goal of winning a victory type, and it happened to be a cultural victory. That's fine. Now, I don't have any plans to do another playthrough right away for you guys, but maybe I will. I am carrying on the A to Z challenge. I'm in the K's, I think. I have to go back, though. They come out with a few new guys, and I haven't played Elizabeth yet, so that's ahead of me in the alphabet. So I have to go back and pick up a few, and I might bring you along with me if you want me to. You know, I'll see how these views turn out, and if there's interest, I'll play another game for you. I could play that retro game Halo. Could do a few playthroughs of that if you like. That's kind of fun. I do enjoy that game, and I'd like to get back to playing it. It's been a while because I've been concentrating on making these playthroughs for Caesar, and now for Caesar 4, and now for Civilization 6 by Sid Meier and Fractus Games. But you can see by our mini-map over here that we have taken over the Italian peninsula. We wiped out all the city-states, or made them ours. We have taken over France by settling it mostly. We settled this middle ground here in France. And we settled these mostly. Baton is Macos, Novio. These were all Gallic towns, right? These three anyway. But we took over Geneva, we settled Etna, we settled Petoli, Lyon, Paris. Murcia we took from Spain, and we took all these cities from Spain. We didn't found any of them. We did found Port Bourne down here, though. That is our settle. We settled Setia. We settled Corfu and Palermo. And then we started to settle the east, and we came out to confront the Boy King, which would have been our next campaign, but we don't have to do it because we already won the victory. And what a fun victory it was. I can't wait to go back and watch the whole series through again. It'll take me many hours because, it was many hours getting here. It was a labor of love. We didn't settle Africa. We didn't totally restore the ancient boundaries of Rome because we didn't take over Africa. We didn't take over Egypt either. And of course, Julius Caesar famously annexed Egypt by marrying Cleopatra, but then Augustus came in the decades later and actually had a war with Mark Antony and Cleopatra and took Alexandria and Egypt, but we never got there. We didn't have to. And of course, Palestine too was taken, and the Phoenicians were overcome as well. And of course, we know all about that from our Christian Gospels about that whole era, although historical fiction is a wonderful thing, and mythic fiction. Unfortunately, we left these goody huts out here that we could have swallowed up. In fact, we had a guy going for a goody hut here. This guy. It doesn't matter, but what do we got? A governor title? Oh, that is sweet. Okay, well, we are certainly honored that you watched this, liked my videos, made comments. I think we did pretty good. We have aircraft carriers just came out. Now I was wondering what the heck all this was. We didn't make an aerodrome there. Those are aircraft carriers, man. And now we can take internationally, because now we have 3 aircraft carriers, 4 aircraft carriers. Okay. We got 4 aircraft carriers here. Okay. And I don't know if you can fill them up with planes, that's for sure. And we got the planes too. And then we can take it on the road, right? Then we can take these aircraft carriers. We can make quick work of this with our jet bombers, right? We can bomb all these stupid vampires and bomb Sparta and bomb Arsene. Take away our lovely Gorgo in chains and throw her in the dungeon, and then have a triumph where we execute her. And I'll cry, because she was once my beloved. She's a beautiful, strong Spartan woman, but she dared to stand against Rome. She must die. So I think that was fun, and I really enjoyed that. I don't know what else to say. It is the end of an era here, and we have done our best to take over Europe, which we did. We took over Spain. We took over Gaul at the end. Our last action was to take over the last Gallic city, and that's very satisfying for Julius Caesar, because he did defeat the Gauls famously, but he also defeated the Greeks too, long past Alexander's time. But we're not going to have to do that. We've already won the game. We won a culture victory, which often happens. We weren't trying for a cultural victory, but we could have easily won a cultural victory probably 100 turns ago if we had concentrated on a cultural victory instead of the science victory. But it doesn't matter. We got it anyway. It took us quite a few turns, but we got it. So, no sense crying over spilt milk. A cultural victory is as good as a science victory. It's not quite as much fun, but it is good, in my opinion. And now we don't have to go through it all. Now, if we continued on and we got the off-world mission done and we plugged in that, and then we had these builders, and the builders got a charge where you can put them on the spaceport and they'll take production turns off the space projects. And that's kind of fun. That's why I was so anxious to get the Royal Academy. But in the end, we didn't need it. We took over Spain, and Spain had a lot of culture to give us, and he did. So we got all kinds of things from Spain, industrial and science and all kinds of stuff. So I think it has somebody's got Abenaki, I think it is, that's giving us all this sick science. That's crazy. But we're getting lots of science, lots of culture. And taking that final city, put us over the edge for culture, and gave us the win. We've got national parks giving us all kinds of tourism. I think that there's a lens you can look at here. Not a tack. A lens. Appeal. Okay, we got great appeal from the wonders. Everything's an appeal. Let's see, government. I'm not sure what that tells us. Political. I'm not sure what that's about. Tourism. That's what I'm looking for. So this is where we're getting all our tourism from, I guess. This brewery doesn't have. They got some. This great library, got 5 tourists there, and 6 tourists here in the city center here. So that's good. 10 tourists. All right, great people, great works in the monument, 10 culture. So that's why we won the cultural victory, because when we took over Spain, we took over all its culture. And he had been working on some kind of culture here in where was it, the 10? Where was the 10? One of these guys had 10 culture. Cordova, I think it was. I don't know, it's gone now. But that's why. Also, look at all the culture up here in this city. I didn't build the great library. He did, right? So, even in my own cities, there's 5 culture here for this park, right? Etna Park. 6 here for all the things he put in this city here. These national parks really bring in the tourists. 11 tourists for Ravenna National Park. So, that's how we won the game. And it was fun to do. It was fun to do. Thank you so much for coming along. Look at this, 17. Excuse me. Aided by buildings are great people. Buildings are all the things that we build in here. This Panama Canal. 17 tourism for that. That's crazy. Alright, 6 tourism over here for the Terracotta Army Wonder. And that's how you get a great cultural victory. 10 cultural victory for the Oracle. 10 tourists come there every turn. Yep, that's how you win a cultural victory. That was fun. So, let's see. Loyalties, no problem. Empire, I'm not quite sure what that means. Okay, this shows us all of our adjacency bonuses. That's nice. +3 over here. Okay. Right, +4. +4 science there. +5 holy sites. Alright, +4. +6. Okay. Nice. Very nice. So, we have prevailed. We have won. Power, I think we're pretty well powered, but this is what this lens is about. Shows you that we're pretty good. We need a little power in Rome. We don't have enough power in Rome. We don't have any power down here, but we have a little because of maybe some of the things that we did down here. But that's what that means. Where it's red, they need power. Where it's not anything, they might have some access to power, but they need more. So we just took over this land, so we'd have to get some commercial hubs, because that's what gives you power. See, here's a commercial hub right there. And they give you power, so we're pretty good. As long as we got power in Etna for our science projects, we're good. So, that's how that works now. Back to normal, and one more time, we'll take a little look around our empire. We'll start in Rome over here where we started, remember long ago, and we had to unify the Italian peninsula for the glory of Rome. And so we did. Now we settled southern Italy to take advantage of Vesuvius. All this from the wonder that we have, culture and science and faith. We settled Corfu. We got a great lighthouse there. Palermo's got settled so that we could get this niter that kept us going through the whole game. We got that. And then we just settled. Our second settle was Lake Matterhorn. And then Etna was settled. Took over Geneva. Give us a gateway to start fighting our first war with the Gauls. We fought our first war with the Gauls. We settled Paris. We took over up to Tuca up here for their capital, and then we made peace with the Gauls. Went south because we got declared war against us from Spain and from Gorgo. So we went south and easily took over the Iberian Peninsula. We took over Lisbon. We took over Madrid. That gave us 2 more capitals. And then we turned our sights back to the north to take over Gaul so that we could march on the east and eventually, if we had to, take over Alexander, Gorgo, keep on trucking down here to take over Rakadet and Cairo. And then finally, our friend out here, still our friend, never went to war with her. We would have to take over Carthage and all these other cities and win the game. Domination victory. But we didn't have to do that. We already won the cultural victory. And so, another fine episode and another playthrough comes to an end before we could boot up this international armada of aircraft carriers and take over the world. We would have done it that way once you get those aircraft carriers out there with loaded full of planes. Then you can keep making planes too, put them in your airports and stuff. Go out there among the world and just take over all the cities and you win. So that's fun. I've done that before. So that was all part of the plan. But again, we won the cultural victory before we even needed to dominate the world. I do feel we satisfied our condition to try to restore the Roman Empire, and I think we did. Like I said, we didn't take over the Greeks or the Phoenicians or the Egyptians, or Saladin for that matter. But we won, and that's all that matters. Thanks a lot. Hit the like button. Make a final comment on what you thought of this series and what you'd like me to do in upcoming playthrough. If you want me to do Halo, or if you want me to do some more Civ 6. Of course, next year they come out with Civ 7, and I'll certainly do a playthrough of that once I figure out how to play the damn thing. And that might take me a couple of decades, but eventually I'll figure it out. What a fun map, and what a fun game. Thank you so much for coming along on the journey. It's Veterans Day, November 11th, 2024, as we wound up this series. And now I'm going to go back and watch it. So thanks a lot. Many blessings to you. If you would like to suggest this channel to other people, or look at some of my other videos, or enjoy the Caesar 4 playthrough that I did, it's on the playlist. So go ahead and do that. And over the next month, between now and Christmas time, I'll be uploading these videos. With the last playthrough, I uploaded them as I was doing the playthrough. This time I decided, since it was so difficult to get to the end and so many attempts, that I'd wait till I got to the end and then start uploading them to YouTube, which I'll start doing tomorrow. But we are done, and we have done a good job. Not a great job? You want to see a genius play the game that knows how to play it better than anybody? You can watch some of the other guys. There's lots of guys online. There's, of course, my mentor, Potato McWhiskey, who I feel is the most entertaining and most knowledgeable player. Possibly the best player in the world. He's sponsored by Firaxis and stuff, you know what I mean? They're serious gamers, those guys. He plays other games, too. Ursa Ryan is one of my favorites because he's just so mellow and nice. I really like him, and he's got a great sense of humor. He plays mellow jazz, which I also enjoy. One of my favorites. Saxy Gamer is fun. He's got kind of a snarky attitude. All of the Potato McWhiskey's friends that play the live VODs are really fun guys. Daltos and Spiffing Brit and Lewis and Raytheon, I think his name is, or Raytheon, all from all over the world. They're really fun guys. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. Duck Sir Lancelot plays. He's really slow. He's slower than I am. So he's a nice guy, though. He's fun to watch. I like Saxy Gamer a lot. But there's a lot of gamers out there that play Civilization 6. So look it up, do a search, and find their channels and watch them, and you'll see that they are much better at this game than I ever thought of being. But as I've said many times, and I'll summarize with this final time to say it, I just like to play. I don't have to be the best in the world. Just enjoy playing. So we played 249 turns in this game, this excellent game, and we won a cultural victory as Gaius Julius Caesar. So thanks a lot, Sid Meier. Really appreciate Civilization 6, The Gathering Storm. It was worth every penny. You buy the base game, and then they come out with extensions and patches and fix-em-ups and expansions, and they're fun. You pay for them too, but it's not overly expensive, I don't think. Of course, if you're poor, it is, but if you got a job and you got some money in your pocket, it's a fun thing to spend your money on. And you don't have to keep buying stuff to upgrade your units or things like they do in other games. I don't play those games because I think that's kind of greedy, and I don't want to just keep paying every time I play the game. I get the payments out of the way, I get the game, I don't mind the expansions and stuff like that. I don't mind because they don't cost you an arm and a leg to buy those. So I would encourage you to go out and buy the game. If you want to wait till it's on sale, I certainly do. You could pre-order Civilization 7 now for months, but I don't do that. I'm going to wait till it goes on sale. I'll play this game until it does, because this is just fine with me. And I, suggest you do the same, but, I don't know what your situation is, so depending on your situation, I encourage you to get the game and to give a few bucks to these excellent designers and game designers, promoters, and artists that make up the game. And finally, I love you very much. Thank you for dialing up my channel, and many blessings to you and yours out there in the world. Remember, let kindness be your best virtue and courtesy your finest art. Respect everyone as a divinely inspired being, and be kind to animals, be kind to children, be kind to women, be kind to marginalized people that have it hard enough, and just be kind. And that's an order from Julius Caesar to you. Thanks a lot for coming along. Love you. Doodle-doo-doo-doo, 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 doodle-doo-doo-doo.